Good morning, CDT day 73. I'm having a very late morning right now. I'm just about to leave camp. I got it all packed up and had my breakfast, and it's almost 10 a.m. So I'm going to have a 10 a.m. leave, which isn't great, but I was thinking wait a little bit longer so that the snow on the north side of Lake Ann Pass softens up. It'll make it easier to get down and safer. And then also just have some more rest so that I'm better equipped to tackle the day. And I have some new plans for where I'm going to hike to, so it should make things a little bit easier. So today the plan is to get just shy of the town of Twin Lakes. I don't have any plans of staying there, but I do want to go through town in the morning and get like a little lunch or something. Apparently they have a CDT special at this food truck that has a double patty burger with pulled pork on top, and that sounds awesome to me. And they open at 11, so I'm going to camp on the trail just at the edge of the road, and that's about a 2-mile road walk. So it should be about a 19-mile day, but with about 4,300 feet of elevation gain. So it's going to be a lot of climbing, probably the most climbing I've done in the day so far in the CDT, but it shouldn't be a huge deal. So far, everything on the south side of Lake Ann Pass, which is what I've been looking at, has been pretty dry. So hopefully I won't have too much snow to walk through, and then when I get to the other side, glissading or going downhill is a lot easier in the snow. And they'll have like 14 miles of mostly downhill, which will be nice before I have the big bad Hope Pass 2,500 foot climb today. Mosquitoes are out in full force, if you can't already tell. I'm planning on hiking with my bug net, but I'm gonna have to take my rain pants off because they're way too hot to hike in. So the bugs are probably gonna get to my legs a little bit today, but so be it. Yeah, breakfast. I didn't end up finishing my dinner last night, my mashed potato bowl. I just felt too sick, so I had it this morning. So that should give me plenty of protein and energy to start the day. Plus I had 2 Carnation instant breakfasts. And then for my mid-morning snack, I'll have 2 Nature Valley protein bars, which will be a new theme for the coming days because now I have enough to have 2 every day. Other than that, I'm about to just plug this in and throw the pack on, get the rain pants off, and it's ready to start hiking. I'm working my way up. As far as I can tell, I'm maybe halfway, maybe a little less. But the views are just gorgeous. And again, another great weather day. Welcome to the top of Lake Ann Pass. Sure is a beaut. But this cornice that you see in the foreground, I'm going to have to make my way down. And from what I've been told, it's pretty sketchy. So I'm going to throw on my micro spikes. And I'm going to start kicking steps down. That's what I think I'm going to do. This is gorgeous. And this pass has a pretty sketchy cornice going the whole way across. So I just went this way with kick steps facing the cornice and then just having places to put my feet. And it was pretty sketchy, but as you can tell, not very long, maybe 20 feet. So that's done, and I'm sitting on dry ground. And now I get to go down that bowl, so I might be able to glissade. I don't know if you can see my butt marks, but I just glissaded pretty much from there. Like from there all the way down to somewhere in here where the sun cups were too deep for me to continue sliding, so now I'm walking. So that was pretty fun. Nice little glissade in one of the more beautiful parts of the world. I'm digging it. I don't know about you guys, but this seems like a pretty good place to stop for a mid-morning snack. For reference, that's Lake Ann Pass up there. So I came down to here. And that is Lake Ann, which looks pretty gross because of all the sediment. But it also, underneath, is a beautiful turquoise. And then the rest of the trail is somewhere through here. So I'm going to go around, try to stay dry. Yep, time for a nice break. Ran into even more people. There's a couple of girls that were just coming up to Lake Ann to see its beauty, even though they found out that it's mostly mud, so it looks pretty brown. Sorry, post-holing. But I also ran into Ducky. He is another CDT hiker that I spent some time in towns with and talked to a number of times, so we know each other. And he, when he got to Monarch Pass, he flipped up to, I think, northern Colorado, and started going south to avoid a lot of the snow. And then once he gets back to Monarch Pass, he's going back to Wyoming to continue north. So he gave me some good news, which is I'm going to be walking through snow for the next mile or so, but it's all patchy so far. And then the rest of the trail, pretty much all the way through the rest of Colorado, is good. It's dry. So he said there are some snow patches here and there, but if you pay attention to your maps, you'll be able to see ways to avoid it by like walking a ridge line or things like that. So he's like, dude, you got good trail for a long time. And you know, he must have hiked any of those parts weeks ago up till anything I'm expecting right now. So when I get to those points, they could be even more dry by then. So things are looking good for the remainder of Colorado, and that's getting me pretty excited. As I get lower, so does the snow. This trail is getting beautiful. Now, how's that for an avalanche? Whew, that was big, wide, and destroyed a lot of stuff. Which now gives me some blowdowns to hop over, because the trail is somewhere in here. Alright, I am at the last water source before the base of the trail that heads up to Hope Pass. So I want to get some lunch first, so I have enough energy to climb that 2,500 foot tall sucker. So lunch right now is a Knorr pasta side, Parmesan, and then I put in some beef jerky for extra protein. So I'm going to eat this. I filtered a new 1.5 liters of water, and that's about it. So I'll be heading up in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm finally here. I've been dreading it. Now it's time to do it. I'm at the junction of the trail up to Hope Pass. And this is the type of terrain I've been walking on. And this is the type of terrain that I'll have to do all the way to the top. So much steeper. I believe it averages out to about 100 feet every 1/10 of a mile. So 1,000 feet per mile. To put that in perspective, the climbs I was doing yesterday were like 300, 450. So this is going to be about twice as steep for the same distance. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Time to get my ass kicked. I did it! I freaking did it! The top of Hope Pass. And what's even cooler is I set a goal for myself to hike it without stopping. And that's exactly what I did. 2,500 feet of elevation gain for a person that's really bad at climbing. And I did not stop once. Oh, this is a damn good feeling. Whew! Alright, so I was just hanging out at the top of the pass, doing some video chats with my friends, and just showing them the, the amazing views from the top. But it was getting cold. Oh, isn't that weird? 6:30 p.m. on a cloudy sky day at an elevation of 12,600 feet. It's standing in snow. I wonder why it's cold. It's so weird. So I started descending, and I just started talking to people on the phone, on speakerphone. And now I just wanted to point out to you guys that the trail looks pretty darn dry. I had a little bit of snow coming down from there. The pass is like up there somewhere behind that hill. But nothing bad, as you know, just a couple seconds here and there. And it looks like it's getting more and more dry. And more importantly, more and more warm. So I am warming up, feeling better, and hoping to get to some kind of camp before anything like that rainstorm. comes my way. It looks like it's headed east, so I should be fine, but I don't want any other ones to develop above me. That beautiful cloudless day disappeared pretty quick today. There's the Twin Lakes. Quite a bit bigger than I expected. They look beautiful. Alright, heading down right now. I'm currently on an alternate that's not official part of the CDT. It goes around the west side of the lakes instead of the east. Saves about 7-8 miles of unnecessary walking. So this trail goes down to the highway. I walk 1.5 miles on the highway and I'm in town. And then from town, there's a trail that'll take me back up into the mountains and right back on the CDT. But for now, I'm going to take this thing down to probably to the highway near the next water source and near something flat and set up camp there for the night. Alright, finally made it to camp, put on all my bug stuff, and then got everything in my tent set up. Well, everything into my tent. I still have to get into it and set everything up. I usually do it outside, but because of all the mosquitoes, I have to do it inside. But I am right next to this beautiful creek. So, beautiful river, easy, clean water source. So, you know, it's right there, so I can just pick it up real quick. And then the highway is right over there. So tomorrow morning I can just hit the highway in like 1.5 miles and I'm into Twin Lakes. So now I'm gonna get into this tent and do everything in this tent for the rest of the night because I don't want to get out and get eaten alive by skeeters.
Ah, the light, it's so bright. Jesus. But I am obviously in my tent and it's getting dark, so I'm about to go to bed. I did not make any dinner today. I just don't have the energy and I still feel just kind of sick. So plus tomorrow I'm walking like 2 miles into Twin Lakes and I'm having myself some good food, so I don't need that much energy to get me into town tomorrow. Today was one of the toughest days I've ever had on trail. I usually just define that by inclines because inclines are always the hardest for me. So did about 4,500 feet of elevation gain, one of which was including that 2,500 foot climb up to the top of Hope Pass. But I had a great day and the rewards were incredible. This scenery was some of the best stuff I've seen in my entire life to date. Not even just the trail, just in my life there's some incredible mountains and waterfalls and streams, rivers and fields. It's really good stuff on this section from Monarch Pass to Twin Lakes. I'm very happy with it, even though I've been working my butt off and I'm so tired. But tomorrow I am going into Twin Lakes and then I'll be going out of Twin Lakes later in the day. I'm not staying the night because it's pretty expensive there, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. For now, I am just going to go to bed, sleep into whenever I want, and that's the end of CDT day 73. I believe it was about an 18 to 20 mile day with 4,500 feet of elevation change. So check out some of the photos from today and we'll see you tomorrow.